One of the questions I've seen pop up in relation to Batman vs. Superman is how the Joker is alive if Batman has fallen off the wagon and wants to kill Superman. If Batman has no problems hunting down a man in a cape, why is the Joker still breathing? I actually saw a tweet about this, and it made me want to put this video explanation together for anyone that was confused or just hadn't seen the movie in a while, but I also wanted to stop and say how nice it was to see someone online just ask if there was an explanation in the movie that maybe they'd missed, instead of assuming that they were smart and the movie was just bad and dumb people made it. I really like when I see that type of maturity, and I like to call it out because it's really refreshing, and I think we should highlight when people do the right thing. Anyway, why didn't Batman kill the Joker? Well, a lot of people seem to think that Batman started his violent streak after losing Robin, which is understandable given how much of a big deal the comics and animated movies make of Batman losing a Robin. It's an assumption a lot of people would immediately jump through. However, Batman vs. Superman implies that this change in behavior is a relatively new development, with Gotham citizens and even Alfred commenting on Batman's recent downward spiral of late. You see, what broke Batman was the trauma of Metropolis. Bruce Wayne had been fighting common criminals for 20 years, and it had cost him dearly.
Since the age of 7, you have been to the art of deception as Mozart to the harpsichord. But you've never been too hot at lying to me.
You're gonna go to war. That son of a bitch brought the war to us 2 years ago. Jesus, Alfred counted dead. Thousands of people. What's next? Billions? He has the power to wipe out the entire human race, and if we believe there's even a 1% chance that he is our enemy, we have to take it as an absolute certainty. And we have to destroy him. He is not our enemy.
I'm older now than my father ever was. This may be the only thing I do that matters.
20 years of fighting criminals amounts to nothing.
Criminals like weeds, Alfred. Pull one up, another grows in its place. This is about the future of the world. It's my legacy.
Bruce tells Alfred that in a world with aliens and metahumans, his legacy is pointless. Those deaths he suffered to his Bat family were for nothing. In one afternoon, Zod killed more than the Joker had done in 20 years of crime. In fact, we start off with this amazing shot in Batman vs. Superman of Bruce charging into Gotham at the start, and the title card reads, Metropolis. Mankind is introduced to the Superman, much in the same way the sudden reveal of the atomic bomb was reported to the world. For better or for worse, things have changed. When Bruce saw Superman for the first time, well, the hierarchy of power in the DC universe certainly changed that day. Suddenly, Bruce feels powerless. He feels inadequate. He became Batman to protect the world, but here he was totally outgunned. He was reduced to that same scared little boy he had been all of those years ago in Crime Out. As Alfred puts it,
That's how it starts. The fever, the rage, the feeling of powerlessness. It turns good men cruel.
Bruce's underlying feelings of powerlessness consumed him, and they made him fearful. He doesn't go out at night looking to kill the common goons in his way. He just isn't careful to only disable their weapons and cars anymore. They don't matter because to this cynical Batman, there will be just 2 more criminals just like those guys tomorrow night. It doesn't matter. They're just an inconvenience on his path to free humanity from the threat of aliens. He doesn't want to rely on the kindness of monsters. And that leads us to how Lex manipulated Bruce to be more hateful and Clark to be more unsure of himself in a totally galaxy brain level of conspiracy, but that'll just be a video for another time. The long and short of it is, the Joker was a common criminal, one that had cost him dearly, sure, but he's just a man. When you can see someone that can flatten a building on a whim, for someone who's already feeling defeated and like maybe what they're doing isn't turning out right, Lex certainly played on those feelings and pushed him further and further, which we'll get into at a later time. Anyway, I hope this video was really helpful, and remember to just be nice out there with one another. It's just a movie. There are like 30,000 different comics and writers that characterize these characters in different ways over their history, so it's just as valid to adapt the handful they used for this one as it would be for you to adapt the ones that you would pick. It's really all fiction, and there's really no reason to be mean about it. Anyway, thanks for watching.